ocean is important to the existence of humans. We are very dependent on the ocean. Without it, we would not have a sufficient amount of oxygen to sustain all life on Earth. It is the main manufacturer of oxygen, as it produces about 70% of the oxygen in the atmosphere. It is also a main source of food for humans and animals. Without the ocean, all life would not be able to live. The Bahamas is an archipelago of 700 islands, known for having some of the most blue and clearest waters in the world. The waters around the Bahamas attract millions of tourists each year. The Bahamas is very dependent on the ocean because tourism is the main source of income for the country. Although we may have one of the most beautiful waters in the world, there is one problem: plastic. Plastic surrounds us every day and is an innovation to technology. However, it does not benefit the environment. Unlike other materials, plastic takes hundreds of years to biodegrade, or it doesn't biodegrade at all.
Well, plastic or any other element or item that detracts from the beauty or that leaves a negative connotation in someone's mind, whether it's plastic or oil or garbage or refuse, anything that a visitor will see and determine is negative will leave a bad impression. And there is that old adage that good news travels somewhat fast, but bad news travels 100 times faster.
Plastic is all around us, and we use it in our everyday lifestyle, making it easier to end up in the ocean. One of the many ways that plastic ends up in the ocean is through littering, either from people littering on the beaches or city streets to it traveling through the sewage system. The amount of litter in the ocean is gradually increasing, making it more likely for it to harm an animal. Another way that plastic ends up in the ocean is through microbeads. Microbeads are tiny circular pieces of plastic that are found in beauty products such as toothpaste and face exfoliants. Any product that includes polyethylene or polypropylene indicate that the product includes microbeads. One tube of facial wash could have up to 300,000 microbeads in it. In order to get a perspective on the situation, an experiment was conducted on a tube of toothpaste, separating the microbeads in the actual product from a tube of Crest toothpaste. The result was horrifying, finding almost a quarter of the test tube full of microbeads. When plastic ends up in the ocean, the currents carry them around the world, and they can possibly end up one of the plastic gyres in the world's oceans. Like a blender, the plastic is shredded into smaller pieces until a point that they are microscopic, making it easier for fish to mistake it for food.
It currently is estimated that over 90% of sea turtles have plastic in their stomachs. Over 90% of seabirds have plastics in their stomach.
Wow.
Commercial fish, or fish that we eat in the U.S., have been, dissected, and just at the regular fish markets, over 30% of the fish being sold have plastic in their stomachs.
In order to see how plastic is affecting fish in the Bahamas, an experiment was conducted, examining the contents of fish stomachs that were fished in the Bahamian waters. 2 mahi-mahi, a yellowtail, and a snapper stomach were examined. The results of this experiment were shocking. 3 out of 4 fish contained bits of plastic in their stomachs, including microbeads. Although it is a small amount of plastic, it shows that plastic is affecting our fish and will continue to worsen.
Most of our visitors come from the States, and there's a lot of cities in the States that don't have an ocean view. We also have the weather conditions that make it conducive for people to come and get away, and they love to sit on our beaches. They love to go in the water. They love to play in the ocean. They love to experience everything that the ocean has to give us: fishing, like we said, scuba diving, snorkeling, our underwater sea gardens, our reefs, our fish, our turtles, etc. That is also an important element of our tourism product, and to have that adversely affected as well. If someone saw a turtle or a fish or whatever wrapped up in a plastic bag, it would again leave a bad impression in their mind to take home with them, and that's not good.
Then what I'd recommend is to observe and limit your own plastic use. Challenge yourself maybe for a week to really look at how much plastic is in your life. And from that, then start making some individual choices how you can reduce it, how you can use it thoughtfully instead of thoughtlessly. And then the next phase would be what you're doing right now is to participate after you understand the problem and you're kind of taking a look at your own life and start moving towards a direction that you're individually making positive change. Participate, and sometimes people are drawn into petitions and helping laws be established. Sometimes through education, like Beach Guardians Atlantic Coast, what our goal is to have people all different ages in all different countries. We want to connect them through the internet as one community. We think of the Atlantic coast, all around the Atlantic Ocean, as one neighborhood.
Although the Bahamas has the reputation of having clean waters untouched by mankind, horrific discoveries have been made, putting the global problems of plastic in the ocean in perspective to the Bahamas. If change does not happen in our use of plastic, the outcome will affect our tourism industry as well as our environmental surroundings. In the end, the plastic innovation will cause more harm than good to the Bahamas.